Hi, my name is Muhammad Hazim bin Ahmad Azari, and today I'm going to talk about the instant coffee processes. And for the introduction, the instant coffee are made from extraction from the purely highly quality coffee bean that we'll extract, and then we put it into a freeze dry to obtain the granules that we're going to dilute it in warm water, and then and it's already ready to drink. There were actually a lot of type of coffee that came from the entire world, which is there is a coffee bean that came from Ethiopia, Colombia, Brazil, and Papua New Guinea, and others. But those are really highly quality specialists in the coffee bean that we can obtain from the entire world. So the instant coffee are actually made from the extraction process, which is the thickened liquid coffee they're already going to put inside the freeze dry machine, and then we can obtain the dried granule that already flavored. The flavor already capsulated into the coffee granules that are ready to drink. The first crucial process, which is the selection of coffee bean itself. So when we need to know which coffee bean that are really high quality, such as the highland of coffee beans are really the tendency to have those rich flavor and not too acidic, because the highland of coffee doesn't expose too much of the sun instead of the lower ground. Okay, so the next step will be, after we selected the best quality coffee bean, we're going to do the milling process, or the wet process or dry process, which will remove the pulp or the fruit coffee cherries, and we're going to obtain the coffee, what we call that one, the coffee bean, so that we can continue to the next process, which is the roasting process. For the roasting process, the green bean will be inserted into the rotating drum that will be heated up to 100 degrees Celsius until 250 degrees Celsius for 7 minutes or until 20 minutes, depending on what type of the end product that we wanted. So there is two differences. Actually there are three, but in this video I'm going to focus on two roasting process, which is a dark roast and medium roast. For the medium roast, it will produce a more acidic and more coffee flavor. The taste of the coffee, the end product, are more complex rather than the dark roast. The dark roasts are really rich flavor and more strong, and that's why the dark roasts are actually a lot of people that really like the dark roast, because it has really strong flavor and doesn't have those fruity flavor. The grinding process will turn the coffee bean, the roasted coffee bean, into the fine powder by using the grinding machine. And then they actually have two different types of the end product, which is the finer grind will produce a strong and more caffeine due to a lot of particles will react with the water. So in this instant coffee production, we will going to use the coarse ground, which is the reason behind this, because we don't want the coarse ground, the powder, to stuck into our extraction machine, which is going to lead into the problem. The extraction process are also using a machine, which is the machines are actually, it's like a a serial extraction tube holding tank, so that it will be the end product will be the most extract coffee bean. The concentration are really high, and then this extraction machine can brew up to 8,000 liters per hour. Yep. The frozen process, this is actually the early process of the freeze-dried process. The concentrated coffee liquid will spread into conveyor belt that inside the frozen chamber, which is a negative 50 degrees C. This will turn the hot concentrated coffee, liquid coffee, into a long hot coffee flat, and then it will go into crushing process, which is from the frozen plant. We're going to crush it into granule, and then those granule will be put inside freeze-dried process. Freeze-dried chamber 3. The freeze-dried process will be, the granule will spread into trays, and then was transferred into low pressure tap for 5 hours to obtain. These will actually where the sublimation process are going to done. Which is, what is sublimation? Sublimation is actually a process from solid turns into directly into gas. So what we want to remove water from our coffee liquid, coffee slat that I mentioned earlier, and then we're going to obtain the concentrated coffee granule. How it's going to happen? Which is, we're going to put the coffee granule into trays, and then we put it into vacuum chamber for 5 hours, and then the chamber will be heated into 60 degrees C in strong vacuum. That's why the frozen water will turn out directly into steam, and this we're going to obtain the instant dry coffee. And then the process will be continuing to filling in the jar, and then after filling in the jar, we're going to continue to labeling, and then after labeling, we're going to process. And the next process will be the QC inspection or quality inspection. So here I have the instant coffee that I bought because I do love coffee. So this is actually the end product. I'm blending, so you're going to see it. But the end product are like this. It's a granule. Is it a granule that are concentrated? So we just take a spoonful of this and we dilute it into a cup of warm water, and then we add our preferable, which is sugar or creamer or anything else, maybe milk. So about the packaging. The packaging that we use is a glass jar. The glass jar is really suitable for this instant coffee because the glass is in it, and it's not going to contaminate the product itself, and then it is really safe for humans also, and really can be used. The glass itself can be recyclable directly, 100% recyclable. The transportation also we can use. The glass jar will be packed into dozen in the boxes, and then we will wrap it with a plastic, and then we're going to ship it into the entire world. Thank you for me. I think that is the entire process of instant coffee. Thank you.